Oh boy, the internet that messed up. The internet that messed up. Now what? Who are you?
Where are you?
Let us get. Where are you? They let us together. They didn't put us together. The internet that messed up.
Oh, they done messed up.
Favorite Auntie with Uncle Tennis season is welcome to HDiiTV. Nephew, what's good? What's
You're
good?
rocking with your boy.
Oh,
we ready?
Y'all, hey, listen, y'all seen it here first. Cess and welcome to HDiiTV. They got together. What is good? We say what it do, baby. Terrell Hubbard.
My boy T Hub from the Shy. What it
Appreciate
do,
y'all.
baby?
Appreciate y'all pulling up. Y'all make sure y'all run them likes up. We're gonna be doing this for y'all once a week on Mondays. We're gonna get together and we're gonna talk arch. We're gonna talk hoops. Let me just say first, salute to you, nephew. I am so humbled and inspired by your work. Marathon lives, man. You'll go to sleep on the live if you got to make this thing work. You hear me? So I mean, just salute your grind. It's inspirational. I'm blown away. You know what I'm saying? I'm blown away by the opportunities that this little YouTube thing has given me just by cutting this mic on. So appreciate and humbled and honored to be up here with you. Appreciate that. So now what? Let's go. Now what? Let's go. Had a great launch of a show earlier today. We did check ball, we up with
Auntie Juju. Salute, Auntie.
Daily one. And now we got this Monday afternoon one coming. So I don't know if people know. I don't even know how we met. I think just on YouTube. I was seeing what you were doing, you were seeing what I was doing. I think that who are you kind of just brought us together. But your energy, I could feel your energy just from your messages coming into the chat. Appreciate you, coming by and supporting the page. And then now here we go. It started over women's hoops. Women's hoops, I think, is where we started dialogue. So I thought that was a good place for us to start. But I just wanted to know kind of like, where did your love for women's hoops come from, and how long have you been following the game?
Man, my love for women's sports came when I was because first of all, I started out with men's ball. So I was 5 years old debating grown men. It's funny, but I used to debate grown men at 5. Okay. And my mom would be hyping it up, and my dad be telling him, look, man, God rest his soul. He was like, look, y'all can't argue my son. He just, because I watched the game and enjoyed it. I loved watching Isaiah. I love watching Bird and Magic. And then I loved watching Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, but at the time he was Chris Jackson. If people don't know, he was a beast. Shaq was balling. You had Christian Laettner, and then women's hoop. I didn't really find out about women's hoop until like I seen Reggie Miller, and they talked about his sister Cheryl Miller. So I was young, so I said, let me go back and see who this is, and I fell in love with it. And then Cheryl Swoops, just watching her in the tournaments do her thing, and I had a huge crush on Cheryl Swoops. I'm a huge advocate for brown and dark skinned women.
Didn't we all, baby?
Man, and she could ball though, but she could ball.
My chance, nephew. I was like, oh, I knew it. I've been waiting on this, girl. When I catch up with you, Oh, when I
Man,
kept, that's how I
and
felt when I was younger. That's how I felt when I was
yeah.
younger.
And then they used to go overseas and play. And then I saw
Absolutely.
Don Staley. Don Staley was the only like light-skinned girl I ever fell in love with. Like I was like,
I don't know
Don,
what it is about
I,
Don. Don got every guy I
man,
meet got a little crush
listen,
on Donnie.
and
Oh,
she could
Big
run
Drip
the point.
got y'all loving her.
And she could run the
Got
point
y'all
with the best of the men, in my opinion. Like you will watch, I would go from a game of watching John or Isaiah. He was getting up in age, and then I would see Scotty. You know, Scotty transferred to that point forward, and I would watch Penny. Penny was my favorite. Like that's the reason I'm a Magic fan. Penny was my favorite player ever because I watched him in Memphis, rocking the 25. And he was a beast. He got into the league, and we got him. I was mad because we drafted Chris Webber. I was mad. I'm like, man, we're gonna get the guy who called the technical timeout. Damn, I wanted Penny. So I was
Don't do that. That's still a sore spot over here in Michigan. Don't do that. Don't do
yeah.
that.
So I was salty, and then they was like, oh, we traded for Penny. I said, what? We get Penny? I was just running through the house. I was running outside. We get Penny. We get Penny, and then I saw Don Staley when I went to go watch her. Don was so incredible at how she had all four players on the court moving to how she wanted them to move to. And I was glad that she didn't win a national title. So I always tell people now that she's winning, it's kind of a makeup for her career.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
always had that championship DNA. Even though she didn't win, I know people be like, and I know you're like, well, you got to win. And then, but that's not, sometimes the best player who's got championship DNA don't win because you have guys like Mike in their way, Bird, Magic. You got Bron, you got Kobe, you got all these guys in people's way. And then you look over here, you got a Tim Duncan who's quiet, never known him, Allen Iverson, who every day wants to win, but hey, just bad timing. Carmelo, you know, so I loved it. Don Staley, she brought me really into women's sports. And I was upset that they had to always go overseas. So when the WNBA came, I started liking Tina Thompson. I started liking Cynthia Cooper because I didn't really know Cynthia like that because it was all about Cheryl Miller at that time. So I found out about Cynthia that she was clutch. She could take you off the dribble, go left, right. She really, and I'm glad she did an interview telling people that she brought the Euro step to the American League. Nobody knew that because she was overseas. So she brought that step over here. And I'm glad that Cheryl gives her flowers and they give each other flowers everywhere they go. So that brought me more into women hoops. And then I saw Yolanda Griffith. That just pulled me more in because I was a fat kid on the court, rebounds, fighting, and I'm like, shit, I like that. Yolanda Griffith, I like
okay. You was a little round bound rebound. Okay. You was a little Charles Barkley game. Okay.
Yeah, but they called me because that was my favorite guy outside of Penny. I used to watch him. I said, man, they got a fat dude on the court who balling. What? And then I had Kyler El-Amin. They used to was like, nah, dog, you Kyler El-Amin. If you remember him with Rip Hamilton and them UConn teams, and he was just a fat, chubby dude, and they'll be like, man, look at Kyler El-Amin down the court. I'm just a fat boy just backing people down, using that butt to move out the way.
Hey, get that caboose back there, move them out.
What? But women's sports has always been on my mind, like to Candace Parker starting to come up and watching the Tennessee, because I like the Tennessee. I liked it, Pat Summitt. I loved Pat Summitt growing up. More than Gino. Yeah, I wasn't really a Gino guy, but no hate. You know, he's a great guy himself, but I was more of a Pat Summitt. I loved how each player, like, always took something from Pat, whether it was on the court or off the court and wherever. And that's who Don Staley kind of, to me, took the mantle from, was more of Pat Summitt, like that. I'm going to give my player this, give my player that. So every time a player leaves, like a Camilla or any other player like Asia, like Alicia Gray, it's like it's a piece of her with her. Like, it's like, okay, I learned this, I learned that. And that player always has a heartfelt story about Don Staley, just like they had a heartfelt story about Pat Summitt. So, and then, you know, I love the Detroit Shock with Cheryl Ford and Swing Cash, then with my players. So women's sports is always, I've always give love to them. I just was upset that they would treat the women's sports like it wasn't shit, like it wasn't as good. And they always try to put it with the men. And I'm like, why are you comparing it to men? Just make it their own sport. That's what gravitated me to your channel because you were saying the things I was saying for years. Like, they're women. Like, don't even call it a WNBA. Just call it women basketball, or it's women's sports, or something, because I don't want to see, like, I know people they like women need to dunk. I don't want to see that. If I want to see somebody dunk, I go to the men's game. The women bring something different. They bring a more tenacity at times to me. Their defense, their fundamentals at times is like off the charts. Like the left hand, the right hand, going to the hole. Elena Beard is my favorite women's player of all time. I loved Elena Beard when she was at Duke. Yeah, when she went to Duke, got into the league, I followed her, man. Her defense, because I'm a defensive guy, because I played football. I was a middle linebacker and I was a D lineman. So I love defense over offense. I take a great defense over offense all day. And I heard Taurasi, they was always talking about him. I used to argue all the time over, I'll take Beard over Taurasi. I don't care. F y'all. I used to fight all the time. Sure. I didn't care because I'm a defensive person. So that's what gravitated me towards Angel. And as well as Camilla in the South Carolina Gamecocks, you know, the defense of the presence, the full court play, like everything. Like that's the thing I got into women's sports about. That's what I loved. I love that about the women. And then they were beautiful. Like, man, low key had crushes out there, man. Listen, I was gonna wait outside the arena. Like, look, man, we gonna have to talk.
Oh, you was gonna shoot your shot. Okay, man, you was gonna shoot your shot.
Yeah, man.
No, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. I mean, so many similarities in listening to the story. My dad gave me the game too. My dad, he gave me Cheryl Miller in such a way, like, you know, this is what women's basketball is, right? So there was Cheryl Miller, and there was no pro league at that time, and then there was like the Tennessee Volunteers, and that was like going pro. If you could play for Tennessee, then to me, you had made it, right? So I remember exactly where I was when I got introduced to Dawn Staley. I'm walking through the high school quad. It's probably like 1992. And I'm talking to the point guards. I'm talking to my point guard. And I'm Lady Balls, Tennessee. And she's like, no, that you got to see Virginia as a Sports Illustrated with Dawn on it. I mean, you know, she had the little you dig cut, you know what I mean? She had the little asymmetrical thing going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the Virginia, you know what I'm saying? It's real Virginia. Like,
that's the
okay, cut. I think they called it like the little mushroom cut or some shit, right? But you know what I mean? Like, but okay, now she's in the book and it's like, okay, well, who is that? She looked about tall as me. I need to know who she is, because the rest of these folks, I'm not gonna never be that height, right? So the game came from there. I see MJ in the chat saying he's a defensive guy as well. It's defense. If you can't defend, I don't care.
MJ
if
Lover,
you can't defend, it don't matter. You know, it don't matter. You know what I mean? If you can't defend, I don't even want you on the court with me. I don't care if you can shoot it. I don't care if you can shoot it from the logo. I don't care if you can shoot it from the other logo. I don't care if you can shoot it from the Raptors. If you can't stop nobody, please sit down. Because you can't do nothing for me. Defense win championships. I am here about the jury, all the accolades, all that other stuff. Y'all keep that. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. Y'all keep that stuff. So, so many similarities. It was just like it was like, I don't know. Me and you might have been related in another lifetime or something. I don't know. You feel like my real nephew or something. I'll be listening to you sometimes, be like, damn, nephew. Okay, yeah. We on the same page. So this is gonna be fun. We got a chance to dialogue for the first time in this WNBA season, and it was the most weird. It was a weird WNBA season, right? It was a good time and a bad time. It was really, really hard to be a fan if you have been a fan of this game, like with all of the outside stuff that went on. But if you love the game like I do, and you watch this thing grow like it did, like you had to stick it out, like we had to put this time in. So one of the things that we bonded over is the Chicago Sky. Chicago Sky, Angel Reese, and Camila Cardoso. Really briefly, like this, your thoughts on what happened, the way the season ended, and then let's talk about how we fix it or what we think they need to fix it.
I think how the season ended to me, basically showing what Angel said on her podcast. I watch every podcast just to get bits and pieces of, she may throw something in the season. She didn't have a team full of winners. She didn't have a team full of, to me, it was more about I got to make sure I look good or make sure that I'm not looking bad. And I got to see what my next contract is instead of just, okay, we got this player who on the floor is probably our highest plus or minus player. She's going to do whatever it takes to win. She don't care about dominating the ball. Then we got some who, like a Kennedy Carter, who's just, my goodness, she's been awesome since A&M and just incredible. And then you have players like Dana, to me, who never really like stepped up when she should have. To me, you're a vet, and I've always looked at vets like, you don't need a coach to tell you what to do. You should know what to do already. You done been in the league 3 or 4 years. That's like if I'm working at my job. I work for UPS. I've worked there for like 5 or 6, 7 years. If I still don't know how to fill out a grievance form or how to talk to the certain person in the building, then I need to lose my job. That's just how I look at it. And to me, they played so poor down the stretch when they still could have made the playoffs. Like Washington and what's the other team? They were giving it to you every game to let you get into the playoffs, and it's like y'all didn't want to step up to the challenge. And to me, the players
Atlanta?
did not show. Yeah, Atlanta. Thank you. And to me, you didn't step up to the challenge. You had a chance to say, you know what? We're good. Like, we have a team. We're gonna. Our rookie put her her play on the line. She got hurt. Now we're finna try to get to this next level. We're finna try to get to this playoff, build into next year. And to me, they didn't really care. It's like, even in the exit interview, that made me so mad that you didn't take any accountability. The only vets to take accountability was E-Will and Diamond DeShields. Diamond DeShields came out and said, look, I play like crap. Like, I don't care about what the internet tell me, what the internet told. I play like crap. Everybody else was like, oh, social media did this. Social media did that. Like, look, man, Diamond DeShields had the perfect response. And this is why I got so much love for Diamond DeShields. She said, look, I just turned my phone off. Everybody kept coming up to me saying, oh, are you okay? They threaten you when you hip check Caitlin. Oh, she like, I'm fine. I just turned the phone off. And I wish she would have still been healthy, because I think we would have made it with her out there, because she was playing to win. Everybody else to me wasn't playing to win. They was playing like, we're good. We're done.
I got a question about Diamond. So my thing with Diamond is that I think that 100% of what Diamond DeShields is now is about 75% of what 100% of Diamond DeShields was before the injuries.
Yeah.
And I don't know if 75% of Diamond DeShields is enough to get it done with that team. If they don't do some restructuring, right?
Right.
I think I saw Diamond good in spots. And I saw Diamond also frustrated at times because it looked like she couldn't do what she was used to doing. Right.
Correct.
And so there's some adjustment there. And I'm sure as a player, like, that's like, I commend her for even going out there and still just being 75% of herself, because
facts.
I don't know that I would be able to do that. Right. Like, I would probably be frustrated every game. Right. So I appreciate that from her. And I appreciate the Chicago Sky for saying, like, yo, off the love, right? Because, and this is the thing that's different about the WNBA and other major league sporting organizations, is it was off the love. It was about the sisterhood. It was about the camaraderie. And so it was like, yo, off the love, off what you gave to the game, we're gonna let you leave here how you want to leave here. But when you make that commitment to a player, you have to be committed to putting around her what she needs to be able to at least be that new 100% that she is. And I don't think that they did a good job with that for Diamond, right?
They did a poor job.
So, and I was excited for Diamond at the beginning of the season when they had the first press conference, because it was, I want to say it was Teresa and Diamond. It was Teresa and Diamond at the table, just those two. And they were talking about how they were excited for Angel coming in. I already knew what Camilla was bringing, so I didn't even have, there was no question there. And then when Angel did her interview, and she was like, I'm coming in here to work. I'm coming in here to hold vets accountable. I'm coming in here to be held accountable. I'm coming in here to be the rook. I'm coming in here to be poured into. I'm coming in here to be challenged. It was like, they got a basketball team over here. And someplace in the season, and you probably watched a lot more closely than I did earlier in the season. So at some point in the season, behind the scenes, the Chicago front office and general management seemed like they didn't want to have a good team anymore. I don't know. They started making moves and going away from, to me, what should have been more support for the team. The Mayberry trade, I was okay with that.
Well, from what I've heard and from the people I've consulted with, everybody, Teaspoon was under the impression that she was going to coach Kai, Marina, and Dana.
Mm-hmm.
Kai and everything, they were supposed to, you remember, they were supposed to get NECA, and then they were supposed to get Skylar. They were finna get them at the last second, but the last second, Sue Bird and the Seattle Storm swooped in and grabbed them. So Kai left, but Dana and Mabry had a trade already involved, like at the beginning of the season. So all that stuff they brought up later, that was from old times because Kai left. They didn't want to play with a new team, and then you got the Rooks. They didn't want to play, but as the season was going on, they promised Dana that she would basically be the starter and Diamond would be the starter, because Jeff, what people don't know, Jeff is from the old regime. He worked under James Wade and the front office. He's a player development coach. So he got pushed up to general manager at the beginning of the year, because remember, they hired Teaspoon before anybody. They hired Teaspoon because they thought they were going to lose Kai, and they thought if they brought Teaspoon in, that would keep Kai there, because Kai is her and Teaspoon, they cool. She loved Teaspoon. So once that went that way, they were looking at a whole different direction. Like, well, we're just going to play and see what happens. They thought they could get Dana off, and Dana just played like crap. And for people saying, oh, well, she's playing point guard, that's bullshit. Courtney Williams was a 2-guard before, and she changed right into probably the best point guard this year. So they were trying, in my opinion, they let Mabry go because Mabry, they probably came to her. This is just speculation, YouTube, speculative. I think they came to Mabry. Mabry was like, nah, I still want to keep this trade thing going. She still probably wanted to leave because I heard in her contract, if she makes the playoffs, she gets a bonus. So that's in her contract. So she felt like, I'm going to go to another team, get a guaranteed contract. But she started throwing shots to the locker room, which was kind of weird. And to me, they just were like, okay, well, we're just going to play the rest of this season out. I don't think, in my mind, like you were saying, I think you or Coach Rowe said it, I didn't think they wanted to make the playoffs or win at all, because I didn't think they ever wanted Teaspoon, because why wouldn't you go get Odyssey Sims? You had Odyssey Sims out there.
Well,
you had all these other players like Mo Billings. You had Mo Billings out there. You could have grabbed.
I got a question about that though. But here's the thing. So when Kai is like, I'm out, and then Kai get to Phoenix, and she like, oh, they got food over here because I wasn't eating over there.
Facts.
Right? Yep. She was like, oh, y'all do pregame meals?
What?
What is that?
Buffet?
She was like, oh,
buffet?
All I could eat. And then she was like, oh, y'all got a practice facility that I could go to?
Yeah.
That made everybody pump their brakes like, oh, these are some things that we need to start considering, especially as the CBA starts coming around and the new money starts coming around. Hey, some of y'all been making a whole lot of money off of us and ain't been putting no money back into these organizations. There's no way that it's 28 years into this and there's no practice facility. How?
You're at the YMCA?
And you're a real estate developer and you can't cut a deal to get me give me a gym? These schools closed down around here. You can't give me no gym to go practice in. It's my own, that I can hang my own stuff in the locker. So people started saying, hey, hold on now. Y'all making a lot of money off our backs.
Yeah.
Now, we've been taking $75,000 median, and Dejanay Carrington made $61,000 last year. Like, let's be clear. Everybody wasn't making $75,000 last year, right? That was a median. Mm-hmm. So now it's like, okay. And not only that, it's a shift because Angel Reese is in here. She got $1 million, and Flau'jae is on her way with $1 million and 20 acres, and I ain't even got my own apartment yet. So people is like, wait a minute. Let's see what's going on and who's cutting the best deals, right? So rightfully so, you have to make that assessment. But then Chicago, who are you? Who are you? because you are the last champion before the Las Vegas Aces. You're the last champion in this league.
Also, Auntie, but before you keep going, you had arguably the greatest woman player of all time, and you let her walk.
Did you really think she was gonna stay?
Hell no, not with that bullshit.
But so I thought about it like LeBron. I never thought that LeBron was going to stay in Cleveland. What I hoped that Cleveland was going to be able to do was take advantage of the economic opportunity that LeBron brought to them while he was there, right? And so how much more money and how much more revenue can you generate for your overall economy just by having a Candace Parker in the building?
Yep.
Nobody didn't want to partner up and put Candace in a facility. See, I don't think the other thing about the WNBA, if we're gonna have the real conversation, is that out of all of the fucking professional leagues, they use their walking legends the worst. They got walking legends everywhere. They got legends working in everybody else's organizations and leagues except their own. Y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do better than that. The people, and the other thing is that they wipe out their history. They wiped out their history. So it's like they got to. I got to understand what does the league really want? I don't know, and I guess we'll find out now. But you got Candace Parker there, and you can't get her a facility to work out in, and then you bring in Angel Reese, who is we can argue about it in the chat. The most important rookie that entered the league this year. There was a lot of important rookies.
Most impactful,
but the one that had the most impactful, had the most, definitely bought the most followers, bought the most deals, bought the most eyes, right? So, and then in her first press conference, you have her walk into an empty room with a shower curtain. It was bad from right there. And then they followed that up with a birthday celebration with the tackies in the plastic.
Like, who does that? Like, listen, you'd have brought that to my auntie or my mama. You'd have brought that, slap that shit out your hand. Like, get out of here. Like, listen.
But you know what's killing me though is this right here. What's killing me is this right here. Black women on a daily basis do more with less than any other group of people that I see out here trying to make it. So that's if you just give them the opportunity, like it was just a little thought that had to go into it, not that shower curtain, something a little bit nicer. Not those crates right there, something a little bit nicer. A couple balloons on the table, streamers, just a little bit of thought and a little bit of a budget, right? It looked so greedy to me. And I think I'm really devastated and bothered by it because it was a black woman at the face of this doing it. And I don't know if she was the person in charge. I'm talking about Nadia at this point.
I just think she's the face.
But she's the face of it. And but she was okay to be the face of it, and that's where I have it. That's where I take the issue. Yeah. There's a lot of things you could have told me, but go out there and do what? Who are you? I'm about to go here and tell these people they own some bullshit in here. This ain't where we need to be, and we need to go. And that was the conversation that I was expecting for her to have. I was Teaspoon looked blindsided. Everybody said. It wasn't a time like Political Lil said, just hey sis, hey, you hear me? Hey, you got your speakerphone on? Hey, they looking at your suspect over here. Better tighten up or you're on your way out of here. None of that ever happened. So I don't know. And I don't know if that's all just because that's how they do business in Chicago. That just made me it gave me I guess pause. I guess I should say.
No, Chicago, if you look up the history of Chicago, like I've looked up the history, they do not have a good track record. I think it's as bad as the LA Sparks. And it's so interesting. We're talking about these two teams.
Well, that's the segue to the next one.
Their management is identical because Cappy Pondexter, Eladon, after 1 year, they wanted to leave. They were just pissed off at how they were being treated. The facilities. Hell, who else was there? It was another girl. I can't think of the other girl name, but Sylvia Fowles. Thank you. Sylvia Fowles.
Legend.
Treated her like she won shit. And she's a legend. Like, and then you let Kai and Candace Parker leave. Like
they out there like They waiting on the next Michael Jordan. That's the only thing they playing in Chicago is Michael Jordans. They like, where is Jordan? If you ain't Jordan, we don't give goddamn who you is. We ain't got no money and no respect for none of y'all.
If you ain't got the, we don't want
if you.
you.
Hey, we give and take. We are giving take off from the free throw line test out here. Hey, can you take off from the free throw line? Well, shut the fuck up then. Get in line.
Get out of here.
We're not playing none of that.
Please.
Let me jump in the chat real quick. Just at least say hi to everybody. I see y'all going crazy. Marcus JTV, what is good? MJ Lover 23, Big Wrench in the building. What is good? Nate, what's happening? Rasheen Beats, I appreciate the super chat. This is why I want Angel out of Chicago. They don't know what they got. Angel, Camilla Kennedy looked like she made her escape. We ain't got to worry about that. Kennedy got on out of there. I don't know the Kennedy's coming back to the W.
I don't think she's coming back because
Sharice De Jesus, I appreciate the super sticker, fam. I wouldn't. You know, I'm looking at Kennedy. Y'all think I'm joking. When I say Camilla looked like she really liked China,
yeah,
she looked like she really liked China.
Yeah,
she looked relaxed. She don't look stressed. Everything looked like it's working where she at. She just walking over to the. Yeah. She got one of them. What's called thing? The little selfie sticks. She walking around everywhere. Just a selfie sticking everywhere. She was in China all by herself, walking around to everybody looking up her. Hey, listen, man,
Camilla is a motherfucking
they treat her like you're supposed to treat a global superstar. They treat her like you're supposed to see somebody that got a whole country behind them. Y'all better watch out.
Because they're not into this TMZ culture. They don't care about that shit. What are you doing on the floor? Bet. Oh, you can give me 25, 15? Here, $1 million, $1.5 million, $2 million. That's the difference between Americans, I call it, and overseas. Because they don't care. If Kennedy is, let's just be honest, she's like the woman version of an AI, but she's her own person. She's her own brand now. She's as big as Marbury is over there. That's crazy. And you're treating her like she ain't shit. Like, come on. I stay over in China. Like, if I'm getting a bag,
listen. You want to understand the difference in the WNBA and international. Liz Cambage is looked at as a total fucking basket case in the WNBA. She's a goddamn star everywhere else. Only fans, China, where else you want to talk about her at? She goddamn millionaire, okay?
Yeah.
So they act like she's a basket case. And I don't remember what all she did over the WNBA. I'm not getting into all of that. But that's the only place that they look at her as a basket case. And I noticed the other thing is she show up at every WNBA game she wants to and walk around and be at them and don't nobody bother her. But everywhere else, that girl securing a bag. Hey, bag. Listen, you want her to step on you or don't, that's up to you. But securing a bag, right? So let's go.
Exactly.
You brought up the Sparks. You brought up the Sparks.
Terrible.
I see a lot of similarities in the Sparks and the Sky because they got two of my favorite players. So you got Angel and Camilla, and Kennedy became just like another niece. Like, y'all better take care of Kennedy. I get mad at y'all about Kennedy, and then there's Rickea.
Yes, man.
Rickea Jackson was the most WNBA ready player in the draft.
I got her as the most skilled coming out of the
skill-wise. Walking bucket. Yes. You talk about a basketball player needs to have 5 moves they can go through. She got 7.
Yes.
7. She'll give you and get a bucket. 7. Okay. You supposed to have 5. She got 7.
Yep.
So for me to see her at the end of 2 games, balling her eyes out, and then Zaya Cook, she can't even get on the floor.
Dog.
It was such mismanagement there. Your thoughts on that one? Your thoughts on that one? I'm speechless.
Man, I wanted to put my foot up Kurt ass. I know that for a fact. Like, Rickea, like I honestly think he didn't know what he had. I really don't think so, because just a person who follows women's sports, especially college ball, if you don't know what Zaya could do, is you out your mind? You had Zaya and Rickea. You got 2 players who not only could penetrate, they could score at any level, and then you would have made it easier for Cam Brink. Cam Brink it would have been easy for her to do what she got to do.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you dropped the ball on that. And Rickea
Well,
Jackson just came from the tournament where she almost beat you guys. If it weren't for
man.
Camilla Hail Mary, like, thank you, God.
That's why we played 40 minutes, baby. We played 40 minutes. We have to play all 40 of them to beat us. You hear me?
Man,
Absolutely,
dog.
absolutely.
Come on. Like, Kurt and them dropped the ball, but I'm hearing that he didn't have control. That's bullshit. You got Zaya Cook. I'm throwing Zaya Cook, Rickea out there. Run it.
Well, here's my thing. If you don't got control, start telling us that. It's everybody got their own platforms. Start calling that stuff out so we can know it. Stop being scared. Because what's finna happen here is everybody's finna look like, oh, we got 6 coaches. They finna musical chair all of these 6 coaches into these 6 spots into situations that we don't want them in. We need new blood. We need fresh ideas.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, but that doesn't work. And Kurt to me, even in the TikTok with Rickea, where he was doing the little dance, I don't know if you've seen him. He dancing in the TikTok with Rickea.
I seen it, but I also seen Rickea cuss his ass out going to the bench.
He looked even uncomfortable there. He like, okay, do what? Like he don't know if he Kurt looked like he don't know if he in charge, right? Like the only person he know he the boss of is Zaya Cook. So he gave her hell all season. They was like, tell Derek Hamby something. He was like, Zaya, you ain't playing today. And they was like, tell Rickea. And he was like, Zaya.
Detroit what? Detroit against everybody.
That's what everybody did. Damn it.
Rickea
said, like, and we mind our business in Detroit.
Man, Rickea said, motherfucker, you throw me on this bench one more motherfucking time.
Then everybody in the now, let's talk about Rickea for a minute. Because the Rook put everybody on the FAFO kind of when she did the hot back on Brittany Griner.
Yeah,
right. Because it was like
she put that up and backed up.
It was like, and people was trying to tell me she was running. No, what she did was clear space to be able to do work. She got out of arm's length. She told her first, get your hand on my face, and then got out of arm's reach to see like what is it that you really want to do. The Rook not gonna be playing with y'all next season.
Brittany was about to have a 2-piece with a biscuit from.
It was coming. She bounced back so nice. It was like,
it was so smooth. You saw she just.
Tommy Hitman Hearns was proud. You understand? Detroit was proud. Shout
out to Hitman Hearns, by the way.
You know what I mean? That was just a natural. Oh, you want this work? Oh, I'm gonna give it to you. What she say? She was from east side of Detroit, 7 Mile. She said she was gonna give it to you just like they do it on 7 Mile. Okay.
Yeah.
She got y'all on notice. I don't know that. I don't know that she could stay in LA. The coach is going to be important. Like I say one more season, and then maybe not. It depends on who the coach is.
It depends on the contract is going to make it hard. Like unless you go to management and say I want to trade guarantee.
Oh, we got to see that now. We got to see that. We haven't seen that. So either Rickea or Angel or Camilla, somebody is coming now with that. Nobody's forced to trade in the WNBA.
Right.
It's gonna break the WNBA.
Yes.
I think Elena Deladon tried to do it, but she did it at a point in her career where people just didn't care if she was in the league or not at first.
Exactly. Yeah. If she did it earlier, if it was earlier, Eladon, she'd have got her. They'd
have found some place for her to go. Exactly.
Right.
But at this point in her career, it was just too late for her to really be able to really push the issue like she would have needed to. So, but one of these young people, they coming in here, they finna test all of this now.
Listen,
you see how they coming in here with a different attitude. They ain't gotta wait for what?
It ain't even attitude. It's just I'm a motherfucking boss. Look at my net worth. Look what I'm worth.
Look at my net worth.
I got more money than your teams.
Coach, I got your salary in my Birkin. Who are you talking to?
What?
I got your salary in my Birkin. I can cash you out and still have change for lunch for the team. What are you talking about? So
they don't understand. They're gonna be shown. Because listen, I told everybody they weren't ready for these women to come in. The next draft, they're gonna be semi-ready. But if they not ready, watch what happened when Jew come in. Everything finna just shut down. Jew come in, it's over. Like you gonna have to have your shit together or you're fucked.
But see, it's not. And the thing is, it's not just you. It's not just you. It's the class. It's the class that comes with her.
Yeah.
Because if y'all think Hannah's not, if y'all think Hannah's too small for the WNBA,
oh no,
you ain't been watching Hannah.
No.
And I know y'all gonna be like, Cess, Aisha Fair didn't make it. She didn't. She ain't Hannah Hidalgo. She didn't. And she's not Hannah Hidalgo. And that's not a knock on Aisha Fair.
Deja's good, scorer, but her defense.
She's not.
She's Hannah not really Hidalgo. Strong defensive. Yeah, she's not a strong defender, but she's a hell of an offensive player. But if you can't play defense, you're not gonna last long.
Nephew. Talk to me,
last long. I don't.
Talk to me,
I don't care what
Hannah
area it is.
Hannah gonna give you a 10 steal game this season. I'm calling on Hannah to give you a 10 steal game. And what y'all gonna do with that? You can't leave. You can't not have that in the league. You can't not have that in the league. We got 133 in this chat, y'all. Run them likes up. Run them likes up. Run them likes
up. Run them up.
Platforms. Who
better
are
run
you?
Them up. Who are you?
Y'all know who he is.
Where are you?
Y'all right here. Y'all right here with Auntie and the nephew. Welcome to HDiiTV. Yeah, defense wins. Defense wins. Right here again. Defense wins. So I mean, as we get into this next season, who's a coach that you would bring in Chicago? Do you have one in mind?
I don't have one off the top of the dome. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but what I think is gonna happen is now that Chrissy Sides is left, I could see them if they don't get Stephanie White. Now I want Stephanie White because I think Stephanie White would make not only the defense good, she would bring a structured offense. But if we can't get her, I think they're going to go with either Christy Sides or maybe an assistant coach from I think that assistant coach, not the Asian lady, Miss Knock Boots. But the brother, I think it's the brother. I think he's out there. I can't think of his name, but he's one of the candidates. I think he would be good. I would take her, or I would go after Katie Smith from I think she with the Lynx now, I believe. I would take her. I would take her because I think she would bring that defense. Because if you look at Minnesota as a team defense, I think that's one of the things that kept them in the series and kept them throughout the season, even when they weren't doing well on offense or shooting their threes, because they're a high volume 3-point shooting team. They would bring a lot of defense as far as team schematics. And even when their guards would get matched up on a bigger opponent, they were still able to hold their own. So I would like that in Chicago. I don't want to leave. I need defense in Chicago. Chicago's a city known as being tough, defensive minded. I want that there. So I think Katie Smith would be good to me if we can't get Stephanie White. I would get
I got a question for you and the chat, my Chicago fam, and for you. What would this guy have to do to get Jordan in the building for a game? What gets MJ in the building for a Chicago Sky game? Angel said she wanted him at a game. What gets MJ in the building to a game?
Michael is very, this is the thing, and people are going to hate me for this. I've never been a Michael fan.
It's okay. I'm a big enough Michael fan for the both of us. Let's go. What you got?
Okay. What would get him in there? Angel and Camilla would have to go undercover, kidnap him, and just bring him to the game. They would have to do it. They would have to kidnap him.
They would have to be like, somebody have to tell him we taking you shopping or something.
We taking you shopping, and then he wake up, he like, where I'm at, and then the crowd just Michael Jordan.
I don't know. I think she's got the brand that can bring him out.
Mike is very different. He moves different. That's the one thing I liked about him.
He Aquarius. He Aquarius like me. We do exactly what we want to do.
Aquarius, because that's what my cousin do. My cousin do.
And we do exactly what you think we not gonna do.
Right.
As soon as you think you know what we gonna do,
you do something else.
We do something else because we just feel different. We're not feeling like that today. Okay.
Yep.
You say giving part ownership. MJ should have went to the Fever versus Chicago game. I don't want him to come out for the Fever game. I want him to come out for like Chicago Aces.
Right.
Like that.
Right. I don't want him to come out for a Fever game.
Trick him into coming to a game. At first, you know what I really thought? I thought that Shaq was just gonna buy the league. I thought the Shaq was gonna pay the $50 billion, the 50 million, the 50 that they owe the NBA,
and
just own it.
the powers at hand ain't gonna let him do that. He could, in my
Oh,
opinion, but
easily.
But the powers ain't
And
finna
still
let
have
him do
change
that.
left over. And still have change left over.
Exactly. The powers ain't gonna let him do that shit. But he could. That's what I want. I want somebody like a Candace or Shaq to buy the league. But the powers at hand, they do their best to try to not let us do what we do. Because if we did that, it'll be so much change. It'll be so much things being done. You'll have better facilities all over. You'll have better marketing. You'll have all type of things from city to city. They don't want that. They want to keep it how they want to keep it over here in their pockets instead of spreading the wealth. It's bullshit to me, but I agree. Shaq should buy it. I wish he would, but I know how the game played. It's that bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, so okay. So you said Mike's probably not coming unless they win in the championship, they honoring him, something like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
not get him out for that. Somebody said get his daughter out to the game. His daughter is really close to
Hey,
women's
listen.
hoops.
Yeah, and she's exactly like him, look damn near like him. So hey, and that's like that's his baby from what I've heard. So yeah,
and what I heard is like, so she is the person that's in charge of like the women's brand, the women's apparel and shoes for the Jordan brand, and she picks those players.
Yeah, but they be
personally,
treating her like crap.
But this is what I hear. I hear that Michael does watch the highlight of every female that gets in his shoe. So it's not like he don't know. It's not like he's
remember Dana's on the Chicago Sky. She's with Jordan Brand.
Yeah, but and he got a high school player now, so like he's in touch with the game. Yep. He ain't no dummy.
No, hell no. He far from that. Far from dummy.
You think Dana could get him to come out? I don't think so. I don't know. Not
man, Dana fine, but she the ops.
Not with her dribbling ass. But what's crazy with Dana is like Dana went overseas and just went crazy. She went overseas and went crazy.
I mean, you should. I mean, but where was that last year? Like you had the ball in your hand like 80-90% of the time, bringing it up.
Well, it's want to, but but I have to say too, does she feel empowered overseas?
I think what happened is Dana didn't fit a system. She's a shoot first point guard, and if you remember when she was on that Chicago team with CP3, and for all you people out there, she's the real CP3, not Chris Paul. I just wanted to throw that shot out there, y'all. When she was playing for the Sky, Candace would run the point forward, and Dana would be able to come off and she would catch and shoot. To me, and this is what I said to people, if Angel could be that player, which I believe she will be, Dana would be a great asset because Dana's not a point guard that's a traditional point guard. She's a shoot first /2 guard, but she's too small for the 2 guard, so you got to play the point. So I think she would be fine. That was my thing. And then plus, I think she was rebelling a lot because she didn't want to throw it in the post to these rookies, and she didn't want to have to be back behind these rookies. You know how vets are. You've been in the league 4 or 5 years. You got these rookies coming in, and I do believe it was some jealousy there because they're coming in with more money than you've ever seen in your life, unless you went overseas and got your bag. But other than that, locally, you ain't seen that shit locally. And then you're trying to be forced to play this system that you really don't like to play. And you're like, F it, I'm just gonna throw it off the backboard. I'm gonna dribble it off my foot, and because you're conflicted, and I want to take the shot, but the play and the set's telling me I got to get it to the post. So that's to me. I think that she just didn't like the system more than that. I don't think she hated Teaspoon. I just think she hated the system. And you heard at the end when they said at the end of the year when they changed the system some, they started liking that system better, where it was more read and react. More read off of the dribble or handoff passes. They were able to get to their spot. So Dana, in my opinion, is like, if you're going to use her, she has to be a shoot first person. She cannot be an assist person. She cannot be, I'm a facilitate. But if she could just score, and I'm like, listen, I just need your ass to score, Tasha. Okay, Tasha, score. And then I'm cool with her. But she's not going to be good in any other system where I got to pass. She's not like Courtney. Courtney, I've seen her previously. Courtney is accustomed to change. She knows how to, okay, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to do this.
But it also comes down to want to. She's a dog.
Exactly.
She's a dog. So,
yes.
Regardless of we out here playing basketball, the whole goal of this thing is to win. Okay,
yes.
The whole goal of this thing is to win. I know what I like to do. I know what I'm good at and all of that. But at the end of the day, I'm out here to get this thing done. So it's want to for me, for Courtney. And that was what I saw at the end of the Minnesota game where she went off and hit the 2 threes and everything to get them in the game. You saw that want to dog come out of her when she went up. She caught a rebound so crazy up over everybody.
Oh, man.
Nobody else was going to go do that.
She's incredible.
So to see the flip side of that, to see Cheryl Reeves in front of that microphone at the end of the night throwing her under the bus was crazy to me. Where she was like, "Well, if we get better play out of our main guard, we win." That's not how you handle this thing.
But you know what that was? No accountability. No accountability.
But if you're Courtney, do you want to go back there? If you're Courtney, do you want to be back there?
Hell no, I wouldn't want to go back there. Listen, if you're my coach, you got to have my back. It's point blank and simple. I fell out with coaches because I felt like, yo, you didn't have the defense back on that one. Mm-hmm. We wanted the blitz. I was gonna take the tackle out for my boy on the outside to wrap around me and make the sack. You wanted to go zone, and you cost us the game. You lose your team like that, and you lose a great player. You have to have your player back, even if you don't like this motherfucker. Y'all ain't gotta like each other. But y'all here right now, you need to have your player back.
You look at the success. Look at the success that Michael and Jerry had. I was just talking about this earlier. Like the general manager, Jerry was Jerry last name. Krause, was that Krause?
Yeah, Krause.
Listen, as a GM, he is brilliant. I don't care what you say. Dude made calls, and he had the nuts to make calls that other GMs wouldn't have made. He made the calls that pissed Michael off. But he also made the calls that put Michael in a position to be able to get 6 of them rings.
Of course.
As much as Michael says he doesn't get it done without Scotty, he also doesn't get it done without Jerry. And they didn't like each other at all. Well, I don't know. Jerry looked like he wanted to be Michael's friend. If Michael would have just said one time, Jerry, come hang out, he was coming to hang out. Michael just was like,
Michael was an asshole, a prick, and he was blaming the wrong person. He was like,
but you know what else? You know what else it was about Michael? You know what else it was about Michael and Jerry? He didn't like that Jerry was out of shape. That bothered him. He felt like Jerry was lazy.
Right.
I don't know that he had the right to make that decision, but when I look at it, it's like you picked on him because he was the fat kid that couldn't play ball.
Yeah, but at the same time, dog, like the problem was Ronsdorf. Ronsdorf has always been a problem. If you're a Chicagoan, you know who the problem is. Krause was there to do his job. He wasn't there to. He was there to make sure that you guys win. If he didn't make the trades he made to get you the players that you needed, you would have been ending up losing more than winning. It's the facts. And for you to disrespect that man like you did, I didn't respect that, because if it wasn't Michael Jordan, let's say it was Mr. Joe Blow, would have just been, he would have been thrown under the bus by the media. He would have been talked bad about. So
but
come on.
That's the superstar shit though. That's the superstar shit though. Like
right.
That's that. You could take off from the free throw line. They let you shit on some people.
Right.
You said Jerry said some off the wall stuff that Michael Jordan had every right to be mad at him for. Sure he did. Sure he did. I'm sure that they did. But I just didn't. Yeah. But at the end of the day, after whatever he said to him, as mad as Michael was and as hurt as Jerry was, they went and got 6 championships.
That's what I'm saying.
They didn't let him make it. They didn't let him make it that. They didn't let him make them that bad.
So Dana and Izzy cry me a fucking river. I don't want to hear that.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. You don't have
to like each other.
Get the job done. Get the job done. Because
if I'm on the court and my coach say, "Yo, I need you to focus more on defense than actually offense tonight," even though I'm a great offensive player, fuck that. I'm gonna guard you 94 feet if it's gonna help us win. And they didn't have that. They were too busy thinking my numbers look kind of low, or why Teaspoon putting me in this position? Like they 5-year-olds. Like, what are you doing?
And the thing was, y'all worried about the wrong numbers. I'm
trying
to show you some different numbers on your checks. Okay, I'm trying to show you some championship numbers over here on your checks. When we get a championship, okay, y'all working on the wrong numbers.
I hate narrow-minded people, Auntie. I hate narrow. Like,
yeah, I wish that they could
look outside the box. Look outside of it. Don't think about HD. Don't think about Cess. Think about what you can help everybody with. Like, what can I do to help this? What can I do to be a better supporter? What can I do to get this done?
What does my skill set? What does my skill set add to the success of this situation right here?
Facts.
That's it. What can I? Now the other stuff, it ain't not. What do I want to do? What do I do good? That's where people fuck up all the time. They always want to do what they want to do. Don't do what you want to do. Do what you're good at.
Right.
Because you always want to do some shit that you ain't that good at anyway. Do the shit that you're good at. If you do the shit you're good at, everything else works out, right? You know what I mean? You good at you know what I mean? Change the tire quick as hell.
Yeah.
I should not be behind the wheel of the race car.
Right.
In the pit, changing the tires. But here I am trying to drive the goddamn car. No, that ain't what you good at, fool.
I done crashed out.
I done crashed. I done slowed down in the turn. I ain't drifting right. I'm scared when we going too fast.
Hey, I'm ghost riding out here. I'm like, hey, y'all see me, mama?
They like, you are losing the race, fool. You are losing the race, goddammit. But if I'd stayed in the pit, changing the tires,
Auntie, you would cuss me out in the pit, and I'd be in the car just happy to be there. I'm here. Hey.
Waving and shit, looking for the radio in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see me? Y'all see? I had to try to have my selfie stick out. I'm acting a fool. Only thing I need to be doing is changing the tires.
Oh, this gonna look good.
Donuts at the Indy 500.
This on IG.
I'm out there like world star in this bitch. You hear me? No. Everybody got to do what they good at. If you do what you're good at, stay locked into what your skill set is, man, and what you bring to the team wins. And that's what I think.
Defeats half the battle.
And that's what I feel like Camilla and Angel did very well. They knew what it was they could bring. Yep. They understood the standard. They understood what it takes to win at a high level.
Yep.
They understood what it took not to lose night in and night out.
Yep.
And they were prepared to do that. And it was like getting everybody else to come along. It was like, y'all coming? And they was like, we don't know.
We finna party.
And then it was like,
we finna party in back of the bus. We finna party over here. Where we going out, girl? Like, that's what they were doing.
If you go get one more outfit, Dana, one more outfit, where are you going? Except to work. With your dribbling ass. Now, if you would come and do some work, we could get invited to some real shit to get dressed up and go to. But here you keep coming down the WNBA runway. God, and we are trying to get out to these other. We want to be at the Met Gala. I want you dressed up at the Met.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't understand.
But we gotta win. We gotta win. We gotta sell this product.
Right.
We gotta make people believe in it. They wasn't into that.
I done played with plenty of players that I was not cool with. We didn't go to parties. We didn't go holler at hoes together. We ain't go do nothing together. But when we got on that field, man, I told them I got your back. All right, let's get this shit. All right. That's how you gotta be. You don't have to go chill with each other to get to be successful. You don't got to. Just do your job. Just play the game.
I done been on teams with people who I'm not welcome in their neighborhood. When I leave here.
That's a fact. Yep.
If people see them talking to me at school, they be like, "You talking to that nigga? You talk?
Who is that?
We don't do that.
We ain't cool, nigga. What you doing, bro?"
Right. But
all that shit. Yep.
On the court. That's my teammate. I bet you better not say nothing to him. That's my teammate. I came in here with my teammate. I'm leaving out of here with my teammate.
Facts.
Now, when we all leave out the locker room, you go where you got to go. But when we come here and put this shit on across our chest, this the only team that matters. I don't know about the other shit y'all got going on. I never saw that buy-in for Chicago. I never saw that.
Never saw it.
I never saw them connect like that with each other. Like, I don't care. I had friends I had people on my team. They don't speak to me coming through the quad.
No,
if they didn't play basketball, I wouldn't know them.
Nope.
But now we in here, that motherfucker shoot the shit out that ball.
Exactly.
Hey, yeah, let's play some ball. Basketball is one of the sports in general. Like, it's one of the most color-free places that you can be. Your game The game
Exactly.
defines where you go. If you disappear somebody. So
Yep.
no, I'm not from NYC. Everybody
No,
always got that.
Detroit versus everybody.
I end up with the NYC hat on because the Yankees got the best colorway of caps out there. But I am a Yankee. I am a Yankee fan though, right? So CC Sabathia went through there.
Oh, that was my guy. CC.
So you know, CC. So me and CC we both went to the same high school. That's a hometown guy.
Oh, that's a bet. That's what's up.
Yeah. So the hat throw everybody up. I wear it like I'm New York proud though. Go Yankees. But I'm also a Dodger fan. So don't.
I hate both of them, but we still cool, y'all.
Listen, it's a hell of a World Series right now, too. It's a hell of a World Series right now.
It is. I love
it. Y'all run them likes up. So HDI, we've been here for the hour. It went by faster than I thought it was gonna go by.
Damn, it was an hour already. Damn.
Hour already.
Yeah.
We gave him an hour already. What do you got before we get ready to get out of here? This has been fun. I'm looking forward to next week.
Well, sorry guys, we didn't touch on the topics, but hey,
this is a great introduction.
The thing I want to say is make sure you guys do like keep grinding. Like whatever you do, even if you only got 2 people supporting you or 1,000 people supporting you, stay on your toes, stay down. Look, I didn't get to 2,000 overnight, guys. Like I've been doing this for 3 years. It was times I was in the chat, guys, with 2 people. And a possible. Hey,
listen, it was me, Bree Wayne, and Ashley. You heard me?
Right.
And Freako B.
But enjoy yourselves, man. Like we have some great games coming up. Basketball. Like, please support my auntie's page because my auntie I only mess with a few people I do this with. I don't really mess with a lot of people, but she brings energy. She's real. She's 1,000. And she'll let you know how it is. When she checked me that day about the Sabrina content, she when I said that comment about Steph Curry, she checked me that day. I'm like, okay, I fuck with her. She remind me of my cousin because my girl cousin do the same thing.
No Steph.
But no. But it wasn't
breaking news.
No bad.
Breaking news.
What's breaking news?
The son part ways with Stephanie Wright.
Yeah, listen, I'm hearing that. I'm hearing that the Indiana Fever might be getting her. That's what I've been hearing.
I thought that they said that they had to trade for her.
That's what I thought.
I thought Connecticut said that they had to trade for her.
Listen, man.
Listen, they part ways with her. Wow.
There was a meme today.
Wow,
there was a meme today. Oh, Nadir, yeah, on my Patreon. Go support it. Listen, I predicted what everything was going to happen. I told y'all.
So I'll say this: for the 5 that I called, all 5 of them is looking for jobs. So I'm okay.
You
with that.
called that though. I was like, nah. What I didn't see was this: they got rid of the son and the pops. They said both of y'all come in, bye. Here you go.
Because it was a meeting. It was like, how did you get here? They said, how did you get here? And he said he hired me. And they said, oh, you bought him? Well, take him out of here. We don't need neither one of y'all no more. We don't need neither one of y'all now. And I know it's been an hour and we get ready to get out of here. But in Washington, I'm hoping that are they going to give Natalie a chance out of Vegas to come into that to be the general manager over there in Washington? I would like to see that. And if Carolyn Peck wants to come out of doing the commentation for the game, if somebody's willing to make her a GM and a coach, I think that she could fix an organization like a Chicago or even a LA. But we'll see.
She would be great. I would love her.
I'm excited. Now what? Y'all know what it is. Now what? We here. Y'all ain't gonna be able to get rid of us now.
Nope.
Y'all ain't gonna be able to get rid of us now. Y'all in trouble now.
Y'all ain't gonna get rid of us at all. Nope.
So Mondays, we are here Mondays, 2:00 Eastern.
Yep.
Welcome to HDiiTV. Humble, appreciate you. Chat, y'all run them likes up. I appreciate y'all. Run them likes up.
Brooklyn 80s, baby. Yes, both the father and son were fired at the same time for the Mystics.
Together. Yeah. They, because they probably needed emotional support with each other. You lean on him, he lean on you, like that. Okay,
don't do that. I'm about to spit out my water.
You know what I mean? Like, help him to the car. Y'all help each other to the car. Period. You know what I mean? God damn it. That's it. Help him.
Here's your peach slips, both of y'all.
Yeah, together. Yay, team. Matter of fact, we put both y'all on one slip. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, gotta save the trees and paper.
Yeah, we saving the trees. Matter of fact, yeah. We just sending videos. You like size to Chicago. I like size to Chicago only if it means the Kennedy's willing to come back. I like whatever Coach Reese Kennedy.
She is a disciple of Kim Mulkey.
Well, I like size if it means Kennedy Carter comes back. I like Kennedy Carter in Chicago. So that's what I'm looking for. Yep. That's what I'm looking forward to. Y'all, we are back next Monday. I think I am back in just a little bit with some picks with MJ.
Big Daddy Long Dongs of the Day.
Big Daddy Long Dong himself, baby. We're going to be back with some picks here. And then we back here later on tonight for Now Joining the Conversation live with Coach Rowe. Appreciate all the support, y'all. We finna break this algorithm. Y'all don't even know what's coming. Until next time, y'all stay tuned. Talk soon.